One, two, three, four.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Trial by Air Variety Show podcast, episode number 32. This episode features an interview and music by Planet What from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Without further ado, enjoy the show!
Oh, hey. What's up?
Hi, y'all.
Hi. Nice to meet you over the webs.
Yeah, very nice to meet you. I was exploring Bandcamp yesterday, and every month I like to go through and just find independent artists that, strike a chord with me and reach out, and that's how I found you guys. So here we are.
Very cool.
I love
That is
Bandcamp.
awesome. We use that sometimes as a resource for booking shows for tour.
Yeah, it's so versatile. There's so much there. It's like Pinterest meets SoundCloud, you know? Yeah, and I like the fact that you can just support artists directly through that. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Like the name your price thing is super cool. I wonder how often that works for people though. Like somebody just pays
We've been
$100.
A lot more several
Yeah.
times, so it's worked out great for us. I don't know about anyone else, but
I feel like anytime I sell an album on Bandcamp, I put a price and I use the or pay more option, and people use it like time, it seems.
Nice.
Even if it's just an extra $1, sometimes it's like $10.
Yeah, because that whole Bandcamp platform can almost act like a Kickstarter in a way, because so many bands out there really just have their demos up.
Yeah.
So
Very
tell me
true.
about Planet What. I'm really big into like psychedelic and psychotropic and surf rock. I feel like your surf rock kind of blends into that. Like there's a lot of really really catchy riffs and just good like fuzzy sounds. So how did you guys kind of hone in on that?
Well, listen to a lot of music like that. And I don't know, I think we just kind of play that kind of music, I guess, naturally. That's just like what, like we didn't like decide to play that kind of music, but we have some kind of inspirations, and I don't know, it's just like what comes naturally to us.
Who influenced your music, if you don't mind me asking?
There's a lot of bands like on the like surf spectrum,
Mm-hmm.
just like like 60s surf music in general, but we also really love La Luz and think of the name of the band. And then like in the like
Shannon McClain.
yeah, Shannon McClain, just things like that. But then like in the more Riot Girl, like grunge area of it, like just all the 90s like Riot Girl bands, and I'm a huge Nirvana fan, so
Of
that's
course.
bound to happen.
Yeah, I was honestly raised on a lot of weird, different old music and just spanned over several genres, but surf really stuck out through everything I was exposed to when I was young. So did grunge, and just like anything, fuzzy. So I think no matter what I try to play, which I don't usually try to play anything, but no matter what, that stuff's gonna peekaboo out and kind of say, "Hey, what's
I'm always
up?"
just like, I want to be loud and like
and then it
angry.
happens.
Yeah,
have a lot of-
it's very dark and it's also very loud too.
It's dark, yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I was gonna say, like we have a lot of like things going on all the time in like Tulsa. We hate it here, and there's always plenty of things like going on to make us like angry, and so that really helps us write songs.
And it's not just dumb things, like it's
Yeah,
serious stuff in like this town that seems to really make you either, clam up or stand up, and it's frustrating, and it's stuff that we really want to write about, and it's not just stupid trivial boy drama. It's like real gritty nitty stuff.
So are you guys Tulsa? You're Tulsa native?
I am. This is Kylie, by the way. Jay, Kylie speaking. I've lived here my whole life, but Jay hasn't. She moved here for college.
I was, I guess I was raised in Alabama for most of my years, but I was born in Las Vegas and lived a little bit in Phoenix, Arizona. And then when I was 5, moved to Alabama and then moved away for college. And I just kind of got stuck here ever since. I do want to move, but, the band ties me down. And I found my other band, too. We're kind of both part of different projects. So I just kind of haven't left.
Yeah, we'll scoop everybody up.
With the state within Oklahoma, it's like the best one to be in, but we have our own issues.
It's hard to get out of Tulsa sometimes.
It's like a small town trap, or what?
People always come back too when they do finally move. They always come back. It's so weird.
I live in a very similar situation. Where I'm at, it's like the sticks, and for some reason, I mean, I feel like I've been stuck here my whole life. I've moved out kind of like you guys, just a little bit of everywhere, and then kind of ended up back here. It's something about a small town or just like where you're comfortable, even though you hate it. Because I mean, I kind of have that same relationship here. This town really offers nothing for music or art. It's not progressive at all, but it's home,
Yeah.
Is that how you feel about Tulsa?
I can get that.
Yeah.
No.
No.
It's more so I'm always stuck here, like, and it's always band related. Like, I love my bands, and like maybe everyone isn't able to move or move right away. Like, I don't like blame so much like my bands or like my bandmates so much. Maybe in the past, like my old bands, but like right now, like me and Jay both want to move. We're on the same page, but like it's either like a boyfriend or like just something like that's serious, that matters, that always seems to like hold us back in Tulsa.
And I think it's safe to say both of us are Aries. We're very impatient people.
Yeah.
So it might seem like just, drudging on to us. But I've only been here since 2010, so it's not like the end of the world. Seems like a long time, but things take time, and there is, like you said, the element of like comfort, I guess, a little bit.
There's good things about Tulsa, but way more bad things good.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. But it's just, some things can't happen right when you see it happening in your head, and that's okay. Like, I think we'll get out of here, but it just might take longer than we would want it to.
And coming back from a 3-week tour, like,
You
this
wanna
past
leave?
week, like, we are, like, in moving mode.
Yeah,
like,
we want to live anywhere but here.
like, we're ready to, like, pack up and leave, like, tomorrow, any second.
I feel like the little
It's
piece
just
of
not
me
that
lives
easy.
in every one of those cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's hard.
Depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting a taste of the world and then having to go back to Tulsa.
Yep. I mean, we are lucky to, like, we live in, like, one of the cheapest places in the world. So, like, we can, or in the country at least, we can, like, go on tours very easily. And we have pretty, like, understanding jobs that, like, let us do it whenever we need to. So, like, we're lucky in that sense. I mean, if we moved to a bigger city, like, we both really love Chicago, I feel like we wouldn't have maybe as much luck. But maybe we would. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe we'd find a drummer.
Yeah.
Drummers are hard. That's the hardest part to keep. Because those motherfuckers, they know when they have talent, you know?
Yeah. We had to
Yeah.
recently kick out our drummer. We were an all-girl band from the start. We started a little over. It's been a year now.
February
Like
4th.
a year and
yeah,
like 2 weeks or something since we've formed as Planet What. And from the start, we had a girl drummer, and we recently had to let go of her right before our tour. And we had one of our good friends drum for us on this tour. So we're kind of like looking for a drummer at the moment that we just...
Shameless plug.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, go
But
ahead. Feel
We're
free.
still writing songs and we're still being creative. Like, we're not like stopping.
And we still have shows booked, really cool
Yeah.
shows.
Like, our
but
friend is still drumming for us, but we know that it's not.
He lives in Oklahoma City,
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
not
not the
permanent.
most ideal situation, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I always tend to find myself thinking that I'm in the right place at the right time, even if I don't want to be there, you know? So maybe that's the case for you guys is it's going to happen for you. Maybe it's a test of your patience, you know?
It's definitely has a lot to do with patience.
Yeah, well, you got out of Alabama, Jay, so be happy.
Yes, and I'm not going back.
This is the song Milligram Ann off of the new EP, Agnus Yarn. Enjoy!
find ourselves in very funny situations. It's fun.
I had
Yeah.
this is sort of a random question, but I was watching your video today for, is it for Milligram Ann? Is that the video? That's
Oh,
how.
the music video?
No, it's Porridge, right?
Yeah.
Porridge, yeah.
Yeah, where you're sitting on your car and the cops are talking behind you. Explain that scene.
That's
was
a
real.
perfect example of what we get into.
It was a freezing day,
That
like
was
4
not planned.
degrees, and we were on this parking garage shooting, and we had like one scene left, and we were probably up there for like 10 minutes. It was just
Yeah.
barely any time.
And then all the
Before we know
security
it,
guards come up.
3 units show up, and they're like, they asked Kylie if her guitar was real. We were like, what? Yes.
They thought we were crazy because there was like
We
ice.
looked crazy. I mean, we had these wigs on top of our heads. There was ice everywhere.
It was like 12 degrees.
We're in like fur coats. We have our guitars.
Yeah.
But they thought it was funny. But they wrote all of our information down, and I just
Yeah.
kept videoing. That was like when they were writing our
They
information.
kind of
down.
made us leave. Like,
They made us
They
leave,
weren't
yeah.
mean, but they're like, you should probably go.
They're like,
And
after
we're
this
just like,
scene, you should go. They didn't really know what to think. I
They
think.
knew we were filming and they didn't get out of the way, so they're just in the video, so it's pretty funny.
Yeah, glory hogs, typical cops. No, I'm just kidding. I got no beef. But yeah, you guys do. You look like trouble. You look like trouble. Okay.
We are.
We are. We don't mean to be sometimes, but we are.
Yeah.
You can ask our poor brothers, Viet Rahm. We just got off the tour with them. I feel like they were our parents most of the time.
They even said themselves, they're just like, you guys get into like shit.
I know, they're like, what the hell? I think they had the time of their lives, though, so I'm sure they're not regretting
We
it.
get into like trouble, but we have
It's
so
fun.
much fun. Like, we're not like hurting anyone or like being mean. We're just, I don't know what happens, but we just get in the most awkward, weird situations.
Yeah,
We
you
went
guys
to a nude beach.
Yeah.
keep going.
Oh,
That was
I just-
really
yeah.
it was freezing. There was one nude van that
it was
like,
in San Francisco,
crawling around.
like one beach that I like really know about that I wanted to go to because it has like a perfect view of the Golden Gate Bridge and it's just really pretty, but it also happens to be a nude beach, and so there was one man there that was
I know, he
completely
was with his
nude.
dog and
It was
like
really
just
funny.
sprawling around.
We tried to get a picture with
We got a picture of his butt.
his butt cheeks.
Nice. Yeah, I've only been to one nude beach in Florida, and it was only one woman, and it was not the kind of woman that I'd be looking for.
Oh, no. He struck out.
I did. It struck out, but I got to play with some sea cucumbers, so that was okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, those things are freaky, man.
I'm gonna have to Google that after this. Noted.
There was a scene, and I don't know if it was like maybe the first Jackass movie or maybe the second one. I don't know, but there's like a scene where Steve-O and Pontius are like stroking one, acting, like they're simulating masturbation, and it shoots off like a silky web. It's completely
What?
yeah. It is really bizarre. It's
That's
creepy almost. Like when you grab them and you squeeze them, it's like so next time you go to
Somehow
Florida.
We'll be looking for one.
You've got some shows coming up.
Yes, we have plenty of.
We got
plans.
lots coming up.
Kylie, tell them.
So, as far as shows coming up, we have a show with Boy Toy. I'm not sure if you've heard of them, but they're amazing, all-girl band. They're from Brooklyn. They're super good. We've played with them before, so we've stayed in contact and we're friends with them. And anyway, so we're going to be playing a crazy house show around South by Southwest times because so many bands are coming through Tulsa on their way to Austin. So we get to do that, and then do we have another one? Okay, I think that's it. Yeah.
Wait,
we
no,
were supposed to do Valentine's Day, but we're not now, so that's it.
But I thought there was one more. We're
So we might have another one, but we can't remember. We are planning a East Coast tour for like September. That's when we're aiming for. I'm not sure when. Probably like late September, because we want to go before it gets too cold.
Yeah.
And we're gonna
But
go to
we
camp
want to
soon.
go when it's like beautiful.
Yes, I was gonna say that's a great time.
Yeah, I know. Like I've done an East Coast tour with a past band around that time, and it was beautiful and perfect. And my family's from the East Coast, so I just love the East Coast. So I'm very excited for that.
And to
I
fill in
can't
that
even
time,
wait.
I think, of course, we're going to do some more Chicago runs. That's like our
Yeah,
favorite
and
thing to
like
do.
this summer, we want to try and do some just little simple weekend runs. Like we're in the Midwest, so we have plenty of options for like weekend tours. Like
Memphis is 9 hours. Chicago's 9 hours.
What? Memphis
Austin's
is
9
5
hours.
hours.
Oh, Memphis is 5 hours. Yeah, Memphis is
so
so
we're
close.
really close to like a lot of
I think I
cool
meant
places. Yeah, we're hoping to do South by Southwest, but it's if we do, it's gonna be like a last minute thing. Like we're just kind of
I think that's what I
hoping
was
to
thinking
like
of.
jump on
Mhm.
shows, really.
And then I think we want to try to go to Europe. I know that sounds crazy, but
Well,
it's not really. I mean,
No, it
We have
doesn't.
we have this blog. Not we wouldn't go to Europe this year, but we
Yeah,
have
next
this,
year.
Yeah, we have this blog that is called Mad Girls Mag, and they're from Spain, and they like already said like they really want us to come tour, and they said that they would like help us book a Spain tour, and they actually just did that for our friends Leggy from Cincinnati, and so it's like legit. Like they had like this amazing tour and like such a time. And so now this blog wants to help us do it. So if we can figure out how to get to Spain, like immediately, that would be great.
And it's on, and we want to go with our boys, Viet Rahm.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew, but we just got back from on tour with Viet Rahm from Chicago. So we're like best friends with these guys now, and we love them, and we all agreed that like we're gonna like take over the world together. Like we only want to tour with each other. They're just like the greatest people
You
we
can't
could
stay
ever.
with us.
Yeah, they're just like the greatest guys ever. Like we just like only want to tour with them because we all got along so well. Like 3 weeks in a van, like 9-hour drives, like every day. Like you think
You
that,
can last that. You can last
yeah,
anything.
like if you can like handle that. Like the only time I got like annoyed with anyone, I think we just got annoyed with each other.
Yeah, that
Jay.
happens in Tulsa. So
Yeah,
that's
so
normal.
that was bound to happen.
Nothing.
But the guys never like pissed us off.
Were y'all staying in hotels? Were y'all staying at people's houses, crashing in the van? How did that work?
We were mainly staying at people's houses. We got pretty lucky on this tour because there was a total of 6 of us, and almost everyone had either friends or family or friends of family or whatever in the most of the towns we went to. But we did have some bad experiences.
Kylie had to karaoke for a place
One
to
time I
stay.
did karaoke. And I did Sex and Candy, and I announced after the song, the bar was closing, and I was like, if anyone wants to let us, like, stay with them tonight, because we had just played a show, and it was really awful. I mean, it wasn't too awful, but
What night was that?
that was in Arcata, California.
Oh, okay. We didn't know anyone.
No one was out there, and yeah, we went to this bar that was like poppin', and I did karaoke and sang that song and announced that we needed a place to stay, and someone was nice enough, like when I hopped off the stage, to like tell me that we could crash with them, and we had no idea who this person was, but he was super nice, and he had a comfy house. So we stayed with him, and then one time we had to get a hotel. That was the only time.
Only once, yeah.
Yeah.
Never
like,
had to sleep in the van.
People are really nice. Like when you're on tour, they try and help any way they can.
And we honestly did pretty much like know someone somehow in each
We had lots of
city
connections,
between the
so
6
we
of
were
us.
lucky.
It was
We were just
pretty
lucky.
luxurious.
Yeah.
The last
We were pretty
day
comfy
we
most
had
nights.
our band, the Viet Rahm guys, the lead guitarist, his mom, and dad's place. We went there, and it was like
Oh my
felt
gosh.
like the White House.
Yeah, we were like in the White House.
So nice.
There was like a table.
They had
just
catered for
covered
us.
they catered for us. There was a table just like covered in food, like tiered like platters of sandwiches
fainted.
and fruit and like everything you could think of, and it was so good. And like they're so cute and nice. They're wearing like matching band shirts.
And they had like our little names everywhere around the house. It was the weirdest / cutest thing of my life.
Yeah. Parents and family on tour is the best.
Precious.
Because
yeah.
you get like a home cooked meal.
And usually money.
And usually, yeah, money. Like, we stayed with Jay's family, and they gave us money like to contribute to like the tour, and that really helped us out. Yeah, so we made a lot of new connections and hung out with old connections.
Yeah, it sounds like 2018 is kicking off good for y'all.
It really is. Except for that we're already back home and depressed.
Yeah, we're like,
Depressed from tour. We're like definitely post tour depression like right now.
Let's listen to another song. What's this song called, Willow? The Girl with the Pounds of Porridge.
Do you know Annabelle Chairlegs?
Yeah,
Austin.
I interviewed them for like episode 25, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I talked to Lindsay.
Oh.
Yeah, I really like their music as well. I
Yeah, we
definitely.
know them pretty well.
yeah, those are good friends.
And then I talked to actually I talked to them because I talked to the Rotten Mangoes and they referred me
Oh,
to
yeah.
them.
Friends of theirs.
Yeah.
Cool.
Look at this little community coming together.
Does
We
everyone
know
somehow?
a lot of people in Austin, really. We need to go down there more.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
could play a
that's
show
our-
every night in Austin.
You could.
Dude, yeah,
Mhm.
we need to. That's the way.
So
And
much
like
going
our
on.
friends just got asked to play Levitation this year. Our friends Pearl Earl, and they said it was just from playing Austin so frequently because you have to be
You just gotta
asked to
get
play
in
that.
a loop.
So like just getting your name on the radar in Austin is important for those types of things, and that's kind of our goal range. Like we want to start playing more notable festivals. We've already like opened for pretty notable acts, so I think that's like the next step. That's what I want to do at least.
Yeah, one really good thing to do as a band is to hit up the same cities like once a month,
Yeah.
pretty much. And that way, like, you are on their radar. Like, you're not considered a local band, obviously.
But you're
But
kind
you
of
come
local.
through enough to, like, make a lot of connections and, like, get people to come out to all of your shows. And then, like, that just really gets your name out there. And so that's what I want to, like, start doing this year. Like, be better at that. Like, hit up Chicago more and just, like, more places in the Midwest and Texas. Like, there's no reason we shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, we gotta step up our game.
Especially Austin. That's
Yeah.
it's the live music capital of the world for a reason, you know.
Yeah.
They don't
We
play.
had such a great experience on tour too. We played Electric Church and had our set recorded.
Yeah.
I guess that's the thing they do now. They've got this like awesome milk truck in the back with this amazing soundboard from like MSNBC or something. I don't remember what
From,
she
like,
said,
the 60s.
but it was so cool. And they just give you a CD immediately. We'll be putting that out probably too,
Yeah.
just online or something soon. Either way.
But yeah, Austin is so fun.
So cool, yeah. Didn't feel like I was in Texas. I hate Texas. So, like, I was, like, kind of taunting my nose up, like, you better impress me. And it did. It followed through.
Yeah, only Austin though.
It did not feel like
I
anywhere.
still haven't made it to San Antonio. I have so many connections, and I've been asked, my band has been asked to play so many times, like my old bands, and I don't know why we never made it down, but I really want to play.
Acid Kool-Aid Fest, Denton.
Oh, that's right.
Or wherever.
Yeah,
That's what
we're
I
playing.
was forgetting.
We're our other show that we can remember is it's a festival and I think it's in Denton, and it's called Acid Kool-Aid Fest, and they started doing it last year, I think, and this year they're like, I think they're getting like Ringo Death Star and like maybe Holy Wave and like I think Annabelle Chairlegs might be playing as well,
Yeah.
and Rotten Mangoes.
Pearl
Like they
Earl.
know like all those people, Pearl Earl, all those like cool Austin,
That's
Texas
the weekend
bands.
before 420, too, by the way.
Yeah, that's in April. So that's going to be really fun.
We don't celebrate 420 in Texas.
Definitely not in Oklahoma.
We have zero tolerance for 420 in Texas.
It was so nice, like, being able to go to dispensaries on tour. One venue that we played at, it was in Portland. It was right next door to a dispensary, and the venue gives you a 10% discount when you play
What?
at their venue. You get a 10% discount, like, at
Like
the
if you have their
dispensary.
stamp, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And we were just like, what the fuck? So, I don't think we ended up going to that one, but we did go to others.
Yeah.
We had weed aplenty on tour.
I think a dispensary is probably my favorite vendor in the world. I think like if I'm shopping,
They're
like
great.
it goes dispensaries, then Amazon,
Yes.
Amazon is my life.
and then like
Netflix.
yeah,
Netflix.
yeah. Number 3, roll it in. Number 3 is Netflix. I would love to see you guys in Austin if you ever do come down. I always try to keep in touch with the bands that I talk to, and I always try to like post tour schedules and stuff. I'll just basically go through my list of bands and kind of pick through social media and stuff. So if I do see you guys on there, I'm gonna head up to Austin and I'll shoot some photos for you guys. I do photography as a passion, so
Oh, nice.
That would be awesome. Yeah, we would love that.
I would love to see you guys live and definitely contribute to your growth. So I will be there for sure.
Yeah, well, we can just,
You'll be the
stay
first to be let know,
friends.
yeah. And if you ever want to come in our neck of the woods, I don't know what your plans this year are, but hopefully we'll be playing Norman Music Festival. Not always, this year wasn't as good as last year as far as lineup, but it's still going to be pretty rad, I guess.
Have you ever heard of Norman Music Festival?
I haven't. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. OC's
A lot of
played it
people
last
haven't.
year. Anyways, it's pretty big, or it's getting bigger. It was like Ty Seagal's first music festival. I think that kind of put the festival on the map too.
Mm-hmm.
And
A lot of
close
really
to
big
us,
bands have played, like La Femme, King Khan. A lot of people have played, and Ty Segall, of course. And the OCs were one of the headliners last year. This year, it's
Parquet Courts
and Japanese Breakfast. They're getting bigger and bigger. And
Anything you guys want to promote, go ahead and just rock it right now. Shows, music, best way to support you, all that.
before we left for tour a couple weeks ago, we did just release our first debut EP. It was a very stressful. We had to record it very last minute.
Thank you, Mike Rodriguez.
Yes, Mike Rodriguez recorded us, and we're very happy with how it turned out. So we do have a new EP up on our Bandcamp called Agnus Yarn. And I don't know, we'll be playing Acid Kool-Aid Fest in the spring. Information should be released soon for that. We got the Boy Toy House Show in March. That's in Tulsa. And then just
We'll be seeing
East
Chicago
Coast, be looking
sometime
out.
this summer, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago this summer, East Coast this fall. We're just gonna try and play out of town as much as possible. And
Thanks to everyone on tour who let us sleep on their floors. And
Yeah.
all the bands. We met so many cool bands, and everyone sounded great.
and we're gonna be working on a new music video.
Soon,
So that
yes.
will be up soon as well.
And we are going to constantly be working on new music, so hopefully very little time from now there'll be a full length, and then we'll start working on number 2.
Well, I'm digging the stuff. I like the video. I like the EP, and our listeners by this time have already listened to a couple of songs off of the EP. So
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah, but other than that, I think that's it, y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for reaching out to us. We love doing stuff like this, so
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you do, because I like doing it too.
yeah, it's really cool that you're doing
Hopefully one day we'll get to meet you in person in Austin.
Yeah, it'll happen.
stay in touch, so.
Yeah, it'll happen for sure. I will be there at your Austin show, no doubt. Count me in.
Cool.
Well, y'all have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Have a good night too. Nice talking.
You too. Later.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to hear more, go check out our back catalog of episodes. Make sure to subscribe on all social media platforms. And if you really like us, give us a 5-star rating. Thank you so much for listening. Take care of one another. And follow the golden rule.